Hi, it's John Weber in the Low Country. Today I am in Latitude Margaritaville, Hilton Head, with Christina Ricky, who's on my team. She actually lives here in Latitude, does a lot of business here, and what better person to talk to. If you want to continue watching the video, please consider subscribing, give a thumbs up. At the end of the video, I'm going to read the numbers. If you're interested in that, we're going to tell you timelines. If you want to come down here, get on the reservation list, how long all that's going to take. So stay tuned. Hi, John Weber in the Low Country. Today I am with Christina Ricky. Her friends call her Chris, and she told me I should call her Mrs. Ricky.
Oh boy.
So anyway, we're here at Latitude Margaritaville in Hilton Head on a year-end wrap-up video. Might as well tell you right now, it's December 16th. Short sleeves, very nice. Let's start with Christina's lived here a year, right?
Yes, moved in almost a year. Moved in last February.
And you live in one of the cottages, right?
I do. I live in the bamboo cottage.
Okay. And so you've experienced living here, and I think for a lot of people watching this video, they'd want to know what it's like to live here. So can you summarize that?
Sure. I could say it's actually surpassed my expectations.
Okay.
It's absolutely super friendly as far as meeting neighbors and all. There's absolutely no problem with connecting with people. And I think the thing about connecting with people is that people are from all over the country, and they're all different ages, from 55 to probably 85.
Yeah.
And as far as interests and as far as things to do, somebody's always knocking on your door, or seeing you on your porch and just saying hi or asking if you want to join them. So I think that's the part I've really liked the most. You're never bored on a Saturday night, for sure.
So you could just come, we're down in the village center right now, town center.
Right.
And do you come down here and eat in the...
We usually come down 1 or 2 times a week.
Okay.
Sometimes just to have a cocktail, and sometimes to have dinner, and sometimes just to meet friends.
Okay.
Tuesday nights, bingo. It's a very popular event.
Now, where do they have that?
They have bingo in the B&C.
Okay.
As it's growing, it'll probably be moved to our new theater, but it's probably the most sought-after event.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, because the prizes are so good.
Really?
You feel the whole card, and sometimes, it's whatever they took in for the evening as far as how many people attended. So
okay.
It is just really well received.
And what about the band shell here? Is that on weekends only?
It is on weekends predominantly. Always there's a band from 7 to 10 on Fridays and on Saturdays.
Okay.
Sometimes they'll bring in somebody special. That might be during the week. It's also used for certain events, like we had the Kentucky Derby here, so we had the races on the big screen. Cinco de Mayo, we had mariachi band. During Jimmy Buffett's tour, if he was just in Jacksonville, people will meet here and they'll preempt the tour and his.
Oh, that's cool. So they'll pipe it right in here.
They will.
Okay. And so pretty good turnout on.
Always. There's certain bands that people follow, and when some of those are coming, the whole place is filled.
Okay.
New Year's Eve will be out here. It's going to be a barn dance, which should be kind of fun. They have dog parades. Yesterday they had snow. They made snow.
Really?
So ugly sweater contest, and there's just something always going on.
Okay.
But besides that, I think it's a very caring neighborhood. For the holidays, they received many gifts to give to the Hardyville school system. As far as if somebody during the holidays, like Thanksgiving, if you were alone, somebody's always knocking on your door, come join us or whatever. I think that's one thing that's very special about it.
Okay, that's neat. Mm-hmm. We're down here now, and you can tell us about these 2 construction areas, one on this side, and you can see behind me the screen here with amenities coming. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. The one facility over here that's going to be right at the band show is going to be our theater, and that is going to have seating for like comedy acts. We'll have movies there.
Last Mango Theater.
Right.
500 seats or something
That's what
like
I
that.
understand.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Overflow of certain events that can't be done at the Bar and Chill will be done there.
Okay.
And so we're really excited about that.
So that's under construction here, and what
Right.
about behind us?
Behind us is going to be the craft building, and it's kind of going to be like a play center. There's going to be a arts and craft room. There's going to be a business center. I have my dog Buffy here. Reason I brought Buffy, there's going to be a Barkeritaville in there, which is going to be a pet grooming.
Okay.
And they're going to do pet supplies and things like that.
Okay.
And besides having that in the arts and craft building, also, you know, we do have a great dog park here too. So
And that's busy.
that's busy every day, and it's divided big dog, little dog. And so my Buffy's 16 months. She's been going there since day one, and all I have to do is say dog park, and she's heading for the car.
Okay. So what do you mean divided big dog, little dog? There's a fence?
There's a divider.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yes,
All right, that's good.
yes. And you kind of decide with you know, your own dog. Buffy will go in the big dog park.
Okay.
She can handle them every so often. She'll get one that, you know, kind of challenges her, so I'll take her over to the
Okay.
small dog park.
With this success, I mean, we're at the end of 2021. I'd like to read you some numbers here with Latitude Margaritaville Hilton Head. Total contracts this year, 560. Total closings this year, 670. Project to date, it's 1,225 contracts, and you've got over 1,000 residents right
Correct.
now.
Correct.
Way ahead of schedule.
Well, they're saying build out is supposed to be about 3,500, so you could say we're about a third of the way there. And I think the thing that's really amazing is where people are coming from. I mean, we're getting people from the north, but we're also getting a lot of West Coast people, and of course we're getting people from the area too. It's just been, word is out.
So let's talk a little bit about the process here for people walking in the door. They're taking, you said 40 contracts a month,
Correct.
right?
Correct.
Written contracts a month. They used to do 100, but they had to scale that back because they can't keep up with construction. And there's a reservation program in place.
Correct. The reservation program is really more like a VIP list. In other words, if you're in the area, you've toured it, you like it, you think this is someplace you'd like to be, you could put your name on a list. You have to specify what series you're interested, whether it's a villa or a cottage or a single family home. But as they go through this list, and at one time they did have quite a number on the list, you will get a phone call saying that we're releasing that particular series, and they will quote you the price of the lot and the floor plan at that time. And you have the ability to say yes, you would like to move forward with that lot or wait for a different lot. The list is large, but there is probably, I would say, maybe a 20% drop off, because people are in the area, they fall in love with this place, and then they go home, they discuss with family. Sometimes their adult children say, no, you can't move. Sometimes, there might be another situation that they want to go to a different state or whatever.
But the big thing is there's no money down. You don't have to put any money down as of this year on the
Correct.
reservation, just your name. So you're always going to have a big drop off. So the
Correct.
list can move pretty quick.
The list is moving this year faster than I anticipated,
Yeah.
quite actually, yes.
So if they were asking for $1,000 or something like that, it's going to be a shorter list, and it's not going to be as much of a drop off, most likely.
Correct.
So that's just a natural
So once
thing.
you get that phone call and you've agreed that this is the lot you want, this is the floor plan you want, then you go to contract, and at that time then you present earnest money.
So the things that are moving quickly here are the cottages, the villas, because they have more of those lots.
Correct.
Where they can build that product, right?
Correct.
If you want a single family home, Aruba, What'd you say, Trinidad?
Trinidad, Aruba, St. Bart. It may take a little longer. There are not as many of the larger single-family lots as there are, of course, with the villas and the cottages. You're sharing a roof, so the list goes faster.
Okay, so that's important to know. If you walk in today and you want an Aruba, you're going to move in 2023, maybe?
Possibly. It depends if you want a cul-de-sac, if you want a lagoon.
Yeah.
You know, all that plays into it also.
Okay. The workout center over there, you're in there all the time, right?
Quite actually not.
Okay, she's not. All right.
I tour it a lot.
Yeah, right. You know, they keep that place locked down for realtors. I mean, I can walk through there, the restaurant.
Well, I think that's one thing that's a plus for our team. Since I live here, I have the ability to go anywhere I want to go. So I can present the, the entire facility without
Let's
any
talk
problem.
a little bit about that. Chris, as you know, is on the John Weber team and is very, very active here selling property. I mean, what better ambassador than somebody lives here? If you live here and you're seeing this video, we also take listings and we handle the marketing of homes. And we think we do a pretty good job with that. We strive for excellence in that. And the main thing, of course, everybody wants to get the top dollar for their home. So we do a complete market analysis. And I think a big key with experience, 30 years here, 35 years here, is really the negotiation aspect of it, wouldn't you say?
I would say.
Where the money is. So something to consider. But Chris is a great ambassador to Latitude and does a lot of business out here. Any closing remarks? Anything that people would want to know? I'll wrap up of this year.
I just say, come, take a look, get your name on that list. There's no money, like we said, to put down to get on that list. Then think about it and become my neighbor.
Okay,
and
there you
then
go.
fins up.
Fins up, that's right. So anyway, that's it from Latitude Margaritaville at the end of 2021. Come down and see us. We'll find your dream home in Latitude Margaritaville, Hilton Head.